Welcome to Commercial Connect. It is June. I can't believe it's June already. Summer, kids are out of school. Welcome to the fastest half hour in real estate. We're live on YouTube and in eXp world. So wherever you're watching, thanks for tuning in. Some housekeeping before we kick things off. There are a couple of tips and tricks to make your experience more enjoyable inside eXp world. First of all, if the screen's way too small to see, just click the screen at the top of the Zoom. Just click the screen and tap Zoom in. If you have a question, please type it in the chat. We've got our wonderful director of national growth, Lindy's manning the chats. We got the chats covered. If you have any questions, please type it in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. We're monitoring the chats in the world and on YouTube. If you're having problems hearing, just exit eXp world and come back in. This corrects the audio problems more often than not. Be aware that you can catch the live broadcast of this on the YouTube channel, eXp Commercial. So here we go. Well, what's happening in the commercial real estate world that's getting raves or making waves? First of all, this is the one thing that can make the huge difference in your success. You should not be doing agent attraction meetings. Does that sound weird? Unless you really want to. The difference between you and the top attractors is that they know when to get the growth team into the conversation. It's early. It could be the difference between being their sponsor or just another advisor that reinforce the attraction efforts of another agent or advisor. We track the sponsors, we follow up, and everyone knows that the fortune's in the follow-up. We ask the questions that determine if they can make the move or not. We have the solutions for almost every situation. Information on programs and incentives, financial comparisons, or just a touch with the executive teams, myself or Lindy or Leo, can really make the difference. The time is now. Uncertainty is rampant and advisors are paralyzed with fear. Be the advisor that says, I found a solution to the down market or the technology boom or lead generation networks and the ability to expand nationwide. I have an exit plan. They just want to hear that someone has a solution, and that solution is you. So we're going to wrap up May. The month of May comes to a close with the conclusion of 19 regional rallies across the United States, with total ticket sales of over 5,000 eXp agents and advisors. As we speak, the last regional rally is being held by Marguerite Casprilio in Roseville, California. Four of these rallies were not only commercial focused, but hosted by commercial advisors. We'd like to give a heartfelt shout out to Pamela Jungi of the Jungi Group, who hosted the Las Vegas regional rally in the newest resort casino in Las Vegas. If you haven't been to the Durango, it's spectacular. Daniel Eng and the Engbex Group, who hosted the Dallas regional rally and an incredible network event at the Hub in McKinney, Texas. And Kunal Seth and Seth Commercial, who hosted the Houston Regional Rally at his amazing building in Sugar Land. If you have several $1 million lying around, I would highly suggest building a building exactly like the Seth brothers in Sugar Land, Texas. We sprinkle in a few national conventions in May. Lindy McNeese, our Director of Commercial Growth, and our amazing Nevada broker, Dana Bergeron, represented eXp Commercial at the SIOR event in Las Vegas, Caesars Palace. Lindy also manned the booth at the IBBA with Brittany Murkowski, the International Business Brokers Administration. That convention was in Orlando, and we topped it off with an invite-only event at the Fontainebleau Resort for ICSC in Las Vegas that brought out the heads of CoStar, Build Out, Placer AI, and other commercial companies. 31 days in May, and I was home for 3 of them. But I wouldn't trade that for the world. I met so many contacts and prospects. We're still doing daily follow-ups and meetings with all the people we met and all the appointments we made in May. So we've got one coming up, though, and this is the topper of the topper. eXp Commercial Convention. We're calling it eXp ComCon in Miami on October 20th, make sure you go to the eXpCon link and sign up. The hotels are available. We have a whole day of commercial programming before the main residential event starts. So you will have commercial speakers, you'll have the executives, you'll have keynotes, breakout sessions, and panels that will help you develop your commercial career, and most of all, build that nationwide network that eXp helps you maintain. So let's get down to business. The world of AI is moving at a pace most people can't even comprehend. We've discovered that eXp Commercial is solving another pain point for most brokerages and teams out there. We're the platform that's leading the charge into the AI development area. I can ask ChatGPT to prove that for me. I found ChatGPT, I think this is 4.0, can be your attraction assistant. Simply ask ChatGPT. If I were to create a commercial real estate brokerage in the United States today, what real estate company's financial model would I want to best serve my agents? Well, the answer was this. It was us. High commission splits for the agents, low overhead. It says eXp Commercial with their 80-20 splits, their $20,000 caps, the revenue share, the stock equity, the cloud-based brokerage, the strong back office. Best for agents who want high earnings, passive income, and flexibility. So if you want technology to help you, simply ask it what the best is, and you're on the right train this time. So we're gonna move into this. Make sure you ask ChatGPT. All right, we're going to move into updates for our upcoming or celebrating our we got weekly attraction masterminds here. I think that's on John. Weekly attraction masterminds are going to start in the next week or two. We're going to do them weekly. Everyone's invited. We can cover the best tips and tricks, the tools that you can use, and the scripting to help you build your downline. So be sure to tune in for that. We'll make sure we tell everybody. It's going to be open to you. It'll be open to your guests who are thinking about commercial. So stand by for weekly attraction masterminds, because we got a full table or a full plate for you on that one. We want you to know the rules and the tools, who to contact, how and when. So, let me get back in here. My screen just disappeared on me for a second. I think I got it. All right. We're going to celebrate some people right now. We had two big players in the commercial game at eXp who hit Icon. Congratulations to Luis Chavez and Seth Prescott for hitting Icon. They get their caps back. They're perennial icons. These are some pretty well-known names in the commercial world. But congratulations, Luis and Seth, for hitting your Icon. We also congratulate our top 10 commercial advisors. So if you're looking for people to bounce questions off with a mastermind, you got Chris Erdman out of Washington, Sam Griffin, who's a perennial icon, Matt Wilson, Paul Frank and his team, John Bias, Kamel Doak, Kevin Quick, Kelvin Wong, Bob Richards, and Darren Dungeon. These guys are crushing it. And congratulations for being our top 10 advisors in the month of April. We have May's numbers coming out. I think they wrapped those numbers up today. So let's move on to new advisors. This is where we're crushing it. This is why we know we're the right place to be. Because we not only brought in 33 advisors in the month of May, we brought in a great team. You can see the names here from Riley Keller all the way to Tyler Brand. We brought in some fantastic new advisors into eXp. We also brought in a team for North Star team in Minnesota with Scott Naz and Bonnie Wynn. The North Star group came over from one of our competitors. They are monsters, the monsters of the Midwest. So be sure to congratulate Bonnie and Scott for making the move with their team over to eXp Commercial. We look forward to them dominating the Minnesota area. So that's one of the great acquisitions. We have an operations update. I hope John's in here. Maybe not.
Ready to go. I'm here.
There you go.
We're good.
All right.
We're good. If you all can hear me well, then we're good. Thank you, Sean, for that. And I'm glad you said Monsters of the Midwest, not Monsters of the Midway. As a longtime Chicago guy, the Bears and all the Chicagoans would be offended had you said that. So we're glad you got that. John Letourneau, Director of Commercial Ops. Good to see everybody on the call. Thank you for being here. A few things. We talk about Commercial Con, and Sean mentioned before. It's something you really want to be at because, again, the focus is on driving business forward and giving you high productivity opportunities to learn and network there. You've got Sean also spoke about nervous market. You've got about $957 billion of commercial debt resetting in the next 12 months. That's causing a lot of angst and confusion and sort of now what for your clients. And as a result, our markets are a little unsteady. People are going, now what? We're not sure. We're going to give you direction through that. Okay. That's going to come in the means of training, masterminds, product specialty groups, and a lot of other things we'll talk about in a minute. Let's talk about mechanics first, right? SkySlope. So SkySlope is our transactional platform. We do all our e-signatures, all that world is there. Those forms are being redone. There's a lot of old, out-of-date stuff there. So that's going to get cleaned out as of July 1st. You're going to see a new library of forms. And you're going to go there under Browse Libraries, and we're going to have a letter of intent for purchase, for lease, some disclosure forms, buyer agency forms, the fundamental forms you need to get a transaction started and enough down the skids to go, okay, this is a real deal or not. You'll have access to those as templates in SkySlope. It'll be quick, easy, fast, and done. And we're offering training on those all the time on our training calendar, which I'll get to in a minute. Once you have a transaction there and you go, hey, I need a PSA or purchase and sale agreement or more complicated documents, that's where we lean on our tech partner, AIR CRE, to handle that aspect for us. They are also working diligently on our side. They have state or updated state documents particular to the state. So that's the one risk we had before. There were lots of files dumped in one big general folder, and no one knew when they were updated. And that could have put you and your clients at risk, and we just don't want to put you in that position. So SkySlope's going to have your fundamental forms. The advanced stuff's going to be on AIR CRE. We also have AIR CRE training. Now we're back to training on our training calendar every, first Wednesday of every month, I think it is. Yeah, noon ET. AIR is going to come on. And, as a longtime user, and I've known about AIR forever, I sat through one of the trainings and learned a whole lot there, especially if you have teams or group functionality, or if you have a VA or someone helping you. For a long time, it was thought that they didn't work well with that. It's actually very easy to do that. So it has a lot of capabilities. Honestly, I didn't know about until I sat through that training. So they are constantly working to make that platform better. We also have our CoStar training. So we have our own CoStar training twice a month. And one is kind of a discovery, and then the other is sort of like an ask us anything deep dive, let's go. Okay. So that's cool on the CoStar side. The other thing is CoStar offers roughly 15 trainings per week, 60 plus per month, if we're going to do the big number, as Sean and I were talking about. And if you add our two, that's 62 at least a month if there's that many business days. So there's tons of opportunities to learn how to use CoStar, how to dig in, and how to really, really expand the platform. And I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. I know Sean always laughs, which is every tab in CoStar is a six-figure income. You need to learn how to leverage it. And really make that work for you and make the data work for you. And there's so many ways to do it. The last one we had yesterday was very much Q&A and free form, but we all learned a lot from it. And it was fabulous to have our CoStar team there, and they support us. You may actually see them at Commercial ComCon if all goes well. So we're talking with them about visiting us there as well. So that's really cool stuff on the training side. We're also coming back into training. We'll go a little out of order, 4 and 3. 4 into 2 is we have another one, part 2 of our leveraging AI in commercial real estate is going to happen at the end of the month. The date hasn't been locked. Unfortunately, we're waiting on the presenter to secure that. Our prospecting mastermind, which we started last month, was fun. Great time with Henry Eisenstein. He's going to come back for us. You'll see that appearing on the calendar. And then we're going to start a new thing called Tech You Need to Know About. And this is kind of a cool thing where we just once a month, we're going to highlight a commercial real estate technology. It's nothing we own or sell or make money off of. It's just something that's pretty cool out there that you may need to know about. It may help serve your clients at a high level. Products like LeaseUp or ARCs or Paraffin or Stratifolio. There's a ton of companies out there offering some amazing solutions. And we can't put them all in the tech stack for our cloud brokerage fee. But these are things we found that are like, hey, this is kind of cool. Let's talk about that. If you have a technology where you're like, hey, I saw this awesome platform that people used for this, let us know. Let the broker ops team know. We're happy to talk to them and see if we can bring them on for a call and share that information with our advisors, because we want to make sure you're at the cutting edge of where technology is. On the residential side, it's interesting. They say that most brokers are handed roughly 14, 15 tech tools by their brokerage, and they only ever end up using 3. So there's a lot of tech out there that's just tech for tech's sake. We don't want to be in that position. So we've skinnied our tech offerings, got really deep with CoStar and Build Out, but there are other things that can help you be more productive, and we want to help bring those to you and share those with you. So if there's something cool you want to see, let us know what that is. Okay. Now let's go back to number 3 on our multifamily. So we do have our multifamily product specialty group. We are looking for leader applications there. That's going to be open till June 27th. So if you've got some experience, history in multifamily, you want to learn more about what it would mean to step up as a multifamily product group leader, there's awesome exposure there. There's the ability to really guide the future of what multifamily looks like here. So if that's something you're interested in, or if you know someone who is, please roll us into that conversation, email us, and the application is online as well. I know we're sending that out in Workplace and other methods. So we'd love to find our next multifamily product group leader and have you be part of that conversation. I know we're there at the end, and I think Sean has something exciting to talk about after this. The one other thing I would say too is really focus on all the regional rallies. And I was at SIOR with those guys and all over. Those personal and interpersonal connection events are so powerful, especially when you're trying to build your referral and downline stuff. And you can't overlook those. Spend the time, make it part of your budget, and really invest in yourself and in your relationships, because that's what it's all about. And so many of our opportunities can be lost if we don't know how to connect with our realty agents well. It's part of why Sean and the group are doing those attraction masterminds to help you understand how to attract. And then we're also going to work with you to help you understand how to build referrals and get qualified referrals, not just a name and a phone number, which is, it's not really worth a lot. Let's get you qualified referrals, and we're going to talk about how we can build those moving forward. Okay. So thanks for your time on that. I know Sean's rolling back in now, I think.
Yeah, well, I'm going to roll back in with you because I talked a little bit about AI and using it to help you with agent attraction by using technology to prove your point. But I was doing an investment seminar in Dallas, and somebody called me while I was in my hotel room preparing this expansive slideshow so I could teach everybody how to use cap rates to determine retail. And they called me and they said, "Hey, what's the price per square foot for Class A, Class B space, 1,500 square feet, 2,000 square feet?" Arbitrary question in Bethesda, Maryland. So I was on AI, so I asked it. Gave me 116 listings, by the way. It scrapes the internet. It can't steal the listings from people like Crexy and Build Out stuff, but it can use the information. So it gave me 116 listings. I said, whoa, that's way too much. So I actually asked it, what's the best Class A, Class B space for a financial advisor in the highest income earning areas with the highest net revenue for businesses? And it gave me the top 5. By the way, it's $2.23 a square foot for office space there. And it gave me links to the LOI or to the offer memorandums and links to the agents. So AI is progressing very rapidly. Likewise, for the investment seminar, I was going to show them how to determine the value of a Walmart, a 136,000 square foot Walmart in Wilmington, Delaware. It not only gave me the statistics on the buildings, the transfers, it gave me 10 beautifully made offer memorandum pages justifying everything from tax credits to power usage to human resource costs in the area. It was amazing. By the way, it's $28.6 million for that Walmart, and it's a 6.258 cap rate. So we're diving into a new world. One where a lot of people, from Elon Musk to Peter Diamandis, they say, if you don't use AI, you will be replaced by someone who uses AI. That is completely incorrect. You portions of your job cycle are going to be replaced with AI, whether you use it or not.
Correct.
Yeah. The key is to do what John said. Take the opportunity that it's going to open up for you. It's going to open up big gaps in your job cycle that you need to fill in with education for your clients, with just meeting, greeting, and maintaining your clients. The one thing AI can't do is it cannot nurture the relationships you're building. and we provide these big events. You simply bring the person to the event. Lindy and I were in Las Vegas, and some of the eXp advisors just brought their friends to our big event at ICSC, and those friends are now eXp advisors. Let the event do the heavy work, but use AI to automate anything you have to do repetitively. And if you don't know how to do it, ask AI how to do it. AI will give me a list, and I'll have to ask it to break down each bullet point in the list, and it does beautifully, tells you exactly what to do. So get into the AI game.
Yep.
We're getting into the...
Throw something on this too, Sean, if I can, for a second. You talked about that on the sort of prospecting and hunting for your client side. This is something Cliff Bogart, our head of education, and I were working on the mentor-mentees conversation, where I wrote an intentionally bad prompt. And I said, give me a business plan for an industrial broker in Houston, Texas, who wants to make $200,000 a year. Give me all the activities I need. What do I need to do to make money? How hard do I have to work? It pulled up a 9-page detailed plan with metrics broken down by calls per day, conversion ratios, GCI, all the way down from gross to net in seconds. And here's the blueprint. And what I'll say is success in commercial real estate isn't complicated. It's just hard. You just have to do the same thing over and over again. But unless you have a blueprint, a plan, and a direction, you're not going anywhere with your business. Unfortunately, you're going to be running around, and you'll satisfy the need of the immediate, but never have a plan for long-term vision. You can if you go, I don't know how to create a business plan, go to your mentor. If you don't have that, go to your CDMB.
Ask ChatGPT how to create a business
plan. And guess what? Our CDMBs have, all of our CDMBs for the states have a very good version of ChatGPT, the 4.0 that Sean referenced. They're happy to meet with you and run this search for you, run a business plan for you, analyze what you're doing. We will work with you to do that. Lean into your leadership. We are here for you to help guide you through these times.
I will give you your first assignment in ChatGPT.
There you go.
I put my friend into ChatGPT and it came back with nothing. I put myself in there and it came back with everything. From my DRE number to my time in the service, it knew everything. You need to feed it. It gives what it takes when it gives. So you need to go into ChatGPT, just upload, and upload means just copy and paste everything about you, everything from LinkedIn into ChatGPT. We are moving from a world of search inquiries like Google. That is dead. We are going into a conversational, interrogative environment where people are going to be able to say, tell me about John Letourneau. And that ChatGPT or that GPT will do a deep dive on John Letourneau and everything about him. So you need to put yourself in there. What we found out at our quarterly business review in Dallas with all the executives is you can actually, it's like a big Wikipedia. You can actually give it the information you want people to know. In a year, more people will be using chat than Google. You need to get yourself in there, and it's as easy as typing in what you want the world to know about you, because chat reads everything and then pulls out the nuggets and organizes it. So I'm going to go into our last big thing that we're going to cover. Has anybody received the email about our new payment processing system? We have a new payment system called Payload. It's available in your eXp. It keeps all the accounting for all the payments you make. It's where you get paid. You can see where you're getting paid. You can set up reoccurring payments. You can change your bank accounts. It's all open to you now. You're in control. You can make the changes in your own payment system. You can see where every penny's going. So go into my eXp, check out the new payment portal called Payload. It's magnificent. I went in there today. I did change my bank account. Just going to tell you. I'm moving to a federal credit union. So there. We're here every June or every first Thursday of every month, but we also have a support team that's there darn near 24 hours a day. I can't stress this enough. If you need to meet with me, the quickest way to do it is to send a note to growth@expcommercial.com. Goes to me, goes to our directors, goes to John. Most of all, it goes to this wonderful person in Missouri named Robin Ament. Robin is the scheduler. She gets right back to you. She schedules a face-to-face. Her job's to make sure you get to us as fast as possible. Texting us. I had a multi-million-dollar team actually send me a Facebook message, and I didn't find it until today, and they sent it to me on Tuesday. I'm like, I don't regularly check my Facebook. So we've got our concierge at expcommercial.com. We got Michael Sibley and Chris Fico and Kristen in there. They are pros at onboarding and answering questions, but most of all, helping you when you're stuck. Or go to expworld/commercial lobby, because they're sitting in there waiting for you to show up. You can take a picture of this QR code if you just want to go right into the concierge, but it's eXp World and then go to the commercial lobby. We're going to be back here next June. You can catch a replay by scanning the code or going to eXp commercial on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. We're going to have to move that. Our next meeting is on July 3rd, 2025. You know what? We might just do it. And since it's recorded, you can watch it when you have time. But I appreciate all you guys for stopping in. I want to be respectful of your time. We made a pledge to pack this thing into 30 minutes, and we're at 30 minutes. So I want to wish you a warm June, unlike Southern California right now. And I hope to see you later. And I'll see you at eXp ComCon.